Miller. I'm a youth minister at His Presence Christian Worship Center in Brentwood, California. Also, I'm an active representative of Cisco. And I'm here to tell you about this thriving economy that's not employing our community. Statistics show that less than 28% people of color have positions in business and finance, engineering, and the computer industries. These are all industries that provide a livable wage. These industries are not hiring minorities in our communities. When I was an iron worker, I was the only black iron worker in my company. And when the journeyman would come when the journeymen would not come into work because they were hungover the night before, I was there at work doing their workload as well as my own. When they wanted to drink on their breaks, I was there putting up with their bad attitude for the remainder of the shift. Although I was the hardest worker in the company, I was the first to be laid off when it was time for layoffs. I still remember the words of my employer ringing in my ears when I was on the third floor walking on an I-beam. And he looked up to me and he said, "Kid," and I looked down. And he said, "You're expendable. If you fall, you'll be fired before you hit the ground." Little did he know that if I fail, my children will be without a father. If I fail, my wife will be without a husband. And if I fail, my mother will be without a child. I'm here to let you know that we are not expendable.
That's right.
Each individual holds its own unique value, and we need jobs that complement our value and uphold our self-dignity. I was not only working for a company that wasn't providing me with a livable wage, I was working for a company that did not care if I live or if I die. Now I want to tell you about the population influx in our community. Research shows population growth in East Contra Costa County has increased significantly. Over 4,000 homes were built in the year 2000 alone. But the jobs to serve the new population of families stayed the same. This resulted in an increase of criminal activity. The murder rate in Antioch, California grew by 80% this year. And I believe Father Boyle of Homeboy Industries said it the best: nothing stops a bullet like a job.
Come on.
So since there's no jobs in Antioch, Antioch has become the new Oakland. Last but not least, let's talk about this commute time. It takes 93 minutes in average commute time of respondents. However, in East County, the commute can extend up to 240 minutes. That's 4 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
I can feel the pinch in my neck and the soreness in my back just thinking about it. People who sit most of the day are more likely to be overweight, have cardiovascular problems, and muscle damage. Also, we're spending too much time away from our families.
That's right.
How can you raise a child and guide them if no one's there? And here's the results. If you are not there to help develop your child's character and educational opportunities, then they will not be able to get into college and be able to compete for the high-quality jobs that provide a livable wage. Many of our schools and even many of us tell our children to get a high school diploma. Going to college has become the exception and not the norm. And yes, it's true that some of those who work at high-quality jobs probably spend the same amount of time with their children as those with low-quality jobs. But here's the difference. They have the money to provide nannies. They can provide for tutors and after-school programs that will help their children get an education and get into these high-quality jobs that we're all competing for. What are our kids doing while we're at work for $2 to to 3 hours on the road, 4 hours on the road. Our kids are at home eating Hot Pockets. Our kids are at home eating top ramen. They're not even getting provided the proper nutrition that they need. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to let you know that we're not expendable.
That's right.
And if we fall, so will this great state of California fall with us. And it's time to rise. That's my time.